the AI React podcast, where we react to everything and anything.
Everything and anything.
And today, we're going to be diving deep into the Notorious B.I.G.'s Hypnotize,
Okay.
one of the most iconic hip-hop tracks of all time.
For sure.
We got articles, we got interviews, we got the whole shebang.
Yeah, this is going to be a good one.
So Hypnotize drops in 1997 as the lead single from Biggie's album Life After Death, and it just blows up.
It blew up.
Like #1 on the Billboard Hot 100,
Yeah.
making Biggie the 5th artist ever to have a posthumous chart topper.
Wow.
Pretty incredible.
Yeah, it's interesting to think about the role that Diddy played in this.
Yeah.
You know, he was the mastermind behind the
Oh,
production.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And his decision to sample Herb Alpert's Rise, I mean, talk about a left field choice.
Genius.
Yeah.
So genius.
Who would have thought that a smooth jazz instrumental from 1979 would become the backbone of one of the hardest hip-hop tracks ever?
I know, and there's a great story behind that choice, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so Randy Alpert, who co-wrote Rise, said that Diddy specifically chose it because it reminded him of his childhood summers in New York City.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it evoked this, feeling of joy and, carefree times.
Interesting.
Kind of ironic considering the direction they took the song.
Yeah, that sunny vibe turned into something dark and menacing.
Exactly. Yeah, it's like a complete flip.
Wow.
And it was right after Biggie's death, so, Diddy was really determined to make Hypnotize a statement.
Right.
A testament to Biggie's legacy as, their franchise player.
Right.
So the sample choice was really a key part of that strategy.
It definitely worked.
For sure.
Hypnotize, solidified Biggie's place at the top of the rap game, even after he was gone.
Yep.
But you know what always gets me is how people think that Lil' Kim sings that chorus.
Yeah.
But it's actually Pamela Long from Total.
Yeah, that's a very common misconception.
Yeah.
It's not just the vocals either.
Right.
That whole chorus, the melody, the phrasing that's directly inspired by Slick Rick's La-Dee-Da-Dee.
Really?
Yeah. Even the word hypnotize comes from Slick Rick's lyrics.
Wow, it's crazy how those threads of music history get woven together.
Yeah.
I think that speaks to how skilled Biggie and Diddy were at sampling.
Absolutely.
They weren't just grabbing random loops.
No.
They were paying homage to their influences.
They knew what they were doing.
Yeah, while creating something totally new.
Yeah, for sure.
So let's talk about Biggie's lyrics.
Yeah, let's do it.
Hypnotize is classic Big Papa.
Big Papa.
Unapologetically lavish.
Yes.
Overflowing with confidence.
Now that.
It's all there. Pink Gators, my Detroit players.
Love that line.
Cubans with the Jesus piece.
Yes.
Escargot, my car, go 160 swiftly.
It's iconic.
It's like a verbal flex.
It is.
A masterclass in braggadocio.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny because he's rapping about this larger-than-life persona,
Right.
but there's also that sly humor to it.
There is.
Like, he didn't even have a driver's license,
Oh, my God. Yeah.
but he's rapping about driving all these fancy cars.
Yeah.
Lil Cease talked about that in an interview.
Did he really?
Yeah? He said Biggie would rap about things he'd never even experienced,
Oh, wow.
like firsthand.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. Which just adds to the mystique,
It does.
I love that it's that playful, almost ironic element
Yeah.
that keeps it from feeling too over the top.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's winking at the audience.
Yeah.
Letting them in on the joke a little bit.
I think that's part of why Hypnotize resonated with so many people.
Yeah.
It was aspirational,
It was.
but it was also grounded in this relatable humor.
Absolutely. He wasn't afraid to be both a king and a clown.
I love that.
Yeah.
That made him even more captivating.
I agree.
And the man could just flow.
The flow is unreal.
Oh my God.
Just his control of the rhythm.
Yeah.
The way he rides that beat.
Effortless.
Masterful.
It's like Hypnotize is the perfect showcase for that.
It is.
The way he slides in and out of that chorus,
Yes.
the internal rhymes,
Mhm.
it's just so effortless.
It's so good.
Critics praised Biggie's flow on this track.
Oh, yeah.
Even Chris X, who wrote for Pitchfork,
I love Chris X.
called it a masterclass in effortless delivery.
He's right.
It's true.
It's true.
And it's interesting how many best of lists Hypnotize appears on Billboard, Rolling Stone,
Yeah.
The Guardian.
It's everywhere.
They've all ranked it as one of the greatest hip-hop songs of all time.
It's a classic.
I mean, even 50 Cent chose it as his funeral song.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
He said he wanted everyone to have a party when he's gone.
I love that.
I know.
That's so 50.
It speaks volumes about the impact
Right.
that Hypnotize has had on culture.
Absolutely.
It's not just a song, it's a celebration of life,
It is.
success,
Mm-hmm.
and swagger.
And the music video just takes that to a whole other level.
Oh my God.
That video is pure 90s excess.
Pure 90s excess.
The yacht?
The helicopter chase.
The underwater pool party?
The mermaids.
Mermaids.
It's iconic.
Iconic.
And it was directed by Paul Hunter.
Oh, wow.
Who went on to become a huge music video director.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he definitely captured that larger-than-life energy
He did.
that Biggie had.
You can't forget about the underground parking lot scene either.
Ooh, yes.
Oh, good.
That one's dripping with tension.
So much tension.
Right.
It's almost prophetic considering what happened later.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
It's chilling when you think about it.
I know.
But even with that darkness looming, you see Biggie in the video and he's enjoying himself.
Yeah.
He's smiling, he's dancing.
Living it up.
He's living it up.
Yeah.
Which, knowing what we know now, makes it even more poignant.
It really does.
It adds another layer to the whole experience.
For sure.
Speaking of layers, what do you make of that scene where Diddy's throwing money out of the helicopter?
Yeah.
Almost feels like foreshadowing, considering his legal troubles later on.
Interesting. I hadn't thought of it like that. But now that you mention it.
It's just one of those little details that jumps out at you.
Right.
Knowing what we know now.
I wonder if there were any deeper meanings in those visuals.
Yeah, like a hidden message.
Yeah.
Waiting to be decoded.
Exactly. And that's what makes Hypnotize so fascinating.
Totally.
It's more than just a song. It's a cultural artifact full of layers and hidden depths.
Yeah, and it's not just the visuals that are layered. You have to remember that Biggie was dealing with a lot physically at the time.
Oh.
He'd been in that car accident, the leg injury.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
You wouldn't know it from watching him in the video, though.
He doesn't let it stop him.
No, he's moving, he's grooving, he's having a blast.
Love that.
D-Dot, one of the producers, actually talked about how much Biggie loved to dance.
Oh, really?
And how he never let that injury hold him back.
Wow.
You know, it's like he was determined to defy the limitations.
Yeah, that's a great point. It speaks to his resilience.
Yeah.
Like his refusal to let adversity, dim his spirit.
For sure. And you know what else strikes me?
What's that?
We often talk about Biggie's impact in the U.S.,
Yeah.
but Hypnotize was huge internationally, too.
That's true.
It hit the UK top 10,
Wow.
which wasn't that common for American rappers back then.
Right. That shows you how much his music was connecting with audiences on like a global scale.
Global scale.
And this was before the internet made everything so accessible.
Right, exactly.
Oh.
It's a testament to his crossover appeal,
For sure.
how his style transcended borders.
Absolutely.
And speaking of transcending, it's hard to ignore the elephant in the room.
What's that?
The fact that Hypnotize became this massive hit after Biggie's death.
Right.
I wonder how his legacy might be different
Yeah.
if it had been released while he was still alive.
That's a great question.
Would it have had the same impact? Or would its success have been even bigger?
Yeah. Yeah. It's impossible to say for sure.
Right.
But I do think there's something about the timing. The fact that it came out right after his passing
Yeah.
that added to its power.
Right. Almost like a final farewell, a
Yeah.
reminder of everything he had to offer.
Exactly. And I think it helped solidify his place in hip-hop history.
For sure, because even all these years later, Hypnotize still feels fresh.
It does.
It still gets people moving.
It's timeless.
It's a testament to its timelessness.
Agree.
But for me, one of the most fascinating things is how Hypnotize perfectly captures the essence of that era in hip-hop.
Oh, for sure.
Like, it's a sonic snapshot of the late 90s.
It is.
You got the lavish production, the
Yeah.
hard-hitting beats,
Yeah.
the unapologetically confident lyrics,
The swagger.
and that whole vibe of sampling,
Yes.
flipping old tracks into something completely new.
That's what that era was all about.
Yeah, Diddy's use of Rise is like the prime example of that.
It's so clever.
Yeah.
He takes this smooth jazz tune about roller skating
I know.
and turns it into this gritty, hypnotic anthem.
It's genius. And the fact that it works so well speaks to Diddy's genius as a producer.
For sure.
He had this vision for the track,
He did.
and he wasn't afraid to take risks.
He was a visionary.
And let's not forget about Biggie's delivery.
Oh my God.
His flow on Hypnotize is so effortless,
So smooth.
so smooth.
It's like he's gliding over the beat.
It's mesmerizing.
It is.
The way he plays with the rhythm,
Yeah.
the internal rhymes,
The wordplay.
the wordplay is just masterful.
Masterful.
Like, take that line.
Which one?
Papa been smooth since days of Under Ruse.
Oh my God.
Genius.
So good.
Pure Biggie swagger.
Pure Biggie swagger. And it's not just about bragging.
Right.
It's about painting a picture.
Yeah.
His lyrics are so vivid.
Yeah.
You can practically feel the leather in his car
Uh-huh.
and see the diamonds on his wrist.
You're right, he was a master storyteller.
Well, he was.
And Hypnotize is one of his greatest stories. So what stands out to you most about this track?
Honestly,
Yeah.
it's the way it manages to be both familiar and groundbreaking.
Yep.
It pays homage to hip-hop's past while also pushing the genre forward.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah,
It embodies the evolution of hip-hop in one song.
exactly.
And that's why, for me, Hypnotize is more than just a song. It's a cultural landmark.
I couldn't agree more.
It's a testament to the enduring power of Biggie's legacy
Yeah,
and the timeless appeal of great hip-hop.
absolutely.
It's amazing to think about the journey this song has taken. From a summery jazz sample to a global hip-hop phenomenon.
It really is. It speaks to the power of creativity.
Yeah, and how unexpected inspiration
Absolutely.
can lead to something iconic.
Totally.
It also leaves us with so many questions, though.
Like what?
Like, how would Biggie's career have evolved if he lived?
Oh, yeah.
Would Hypnotize have been just one chapter
Right.
in a much longer story?
Yeah.
It's hard not to wonder, but I think it's safe to say that Hypnotize played a huge role in cementing his legacy.
Absolutely. It's a song that still resonates with listeners today,
Yeah.
more than 25 years after its release.
It's incredible. And
Sure.
as we wrap up our deep dive into Hypnotize, I want to ask what stands out to you the most about this track?
It's tough to choose. There's so much to unpack.
Oh, for sure.
But I think for me, it's the way Hypnotize manages to be both a celebration and a lament.
Okay, I like that.
It has this exuberant energy, this joy and success.
Yeah.
But there's also this undercurrent of melancholy.
Oh, yeah.
Knowing that, Biggie's life was cut short.
This is a really insightful observation. It's like the song captures both the triumph and the tragedy of his story.
Exactly. And that duality makes it even more powerful.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well said. And for our listeners out there, we'd love to hear what you find most compelling about Hypnotize. Drop a comment and let us know.
Yeah, we always love to hear different perspectives.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because ultimately, Hypnotize is a song that invites multiple interpretations. It's a conversation starter.
It is.
A cultural touchstone.
For sure.
A piece of musical history.
Absolutely.
That continues to evolve with each listen.
It really does.
As we keep exploring this vast and ever-changing world of music, it's songs like Hypnotize that serve as guideposts,
They do.
reminding us of the power
Yes.
and the beauty of this art form.
Beautifully said.
And it leaves us with so many questions. Like, how would Biggie's career have evolved if he had lived?
Right. Would Hypnotize have just been one chapter in a much longer story?
It's hard not to wonder,
Yeah.
but I think it's safe to say that Hypnotize played a huge part in cementing his legacy.
For sure. It's a song that continues to resonate with listeners even today,
Yeah.
more than 25 years after it was released.
And it's a reminder that great music can transcend time
Absolutely.
and connect with people on a deep level.
It really can.
So as we wrap up our deep dive into Hypnotize, I have to ask, what stands out to you most about this track?
That's a tough one. There's so many layers to it.
Oh, for sure.
But I think for me, it's the way Hypnotize manages to be both a celebration and a lament.
Okay.
You have this exuberant energy,
Yeah.
this joy and success.
Right.
But there's also this undercurrent of melancholy, knowing that Biggie's life was cut short.
That's a really insightful observation.
Yeah.
It's like the song captures both the triumph and the tragedy of his story.
Exactly.
Powerful stuff.
It is.
Well said. And for our listeners out there, we'd love to hear what you find most compelling about Hypnotize.
Yeah.
Drop a comment below and let us know.
We love hearing what you guys are thinking.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because ultimately, Hypnotize is a song that invites multiple interpretations.
It does.
It's a conversation starter, a cultural touchstone,
A piece of history.
a piece of musical history that continues to evolve with each listen. It's true. And as we continue to explore the vast and ever-changing world of music, it's songs like Hypnotize that serve as guideposts,
Yeah.
reminding us of the power and the beauty of this art form.
Very well said.
Well, that concludes our deep dive into Hypnotize. We hope you found this exploration insightful and engaging. And as always, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. The podcast sponsors in the description below, so go and check them out. Thanks.
See you next time.